Welcome guys to patch 6.3 for PUBG, a patch that finally brings the Panzerfaust into the game, brings needed weapon balancing to some SMGs, ruins the M249 and lags heavily in bug fixes. The Panzerfaust can be found around Kerrigan as a rare drop, and while I was looking for it, it seemed to be more common in the hidden areas such as underground and in the Jamelia buildings where you need to blast your way to get access. But be aware that it takes up an entire weapon slot, so you'll have to drop one of your weapons to get it. And since it's a one-time use, it will probably mostly become a meme weapon. But this is probably a good thing, since otherwise PUBG would become Rocket Arena. It also has a weird look when on the ground, looks almost melted into the floor. Another way to get it is to loot an airdrop, as it is a 100% guaranteed drop there. Aiming with the Panzerfaust is weird. It has 3 zeroing modes, 60, 100 and 150 meters. But the default is 100, so when you aim at something you can't see anything before you adjust your aim, as the center of the screen will be covered. The Panzerfaust should be 0 to 60 by default to avoid this. Imagine if you had to do such a correction with a normal weapon when going ADS. The Panzerfaust has a 6 meter damage radius and can be used to blast walls, just like you do with a sticky bomb. It will explode upon impact or if damaged by bullets or explosions mid-air. The backblast of the Panzerfaust can kill people behind you, but also be careful when you shoot straight upwards, and especially if you fire it with your back against the wall. Do not fire it with your back against the wall. The patch also has some big changes to weapon balance for the Tommygun, UMP45 and M249. First, the Tommygun can now finally take a red dot, and it looks really good when going ADS. It also got its rate of fire increased from 700 to 750 rounds per minute, better accuracy while moving, and decreased recoil. This makes the Tommygun a viable choice of SMG. The UMP45 is finally getting buffed after the huge nerf almost a year ago. They are increasing the bullet damage from 39 to 41, increasing the rate of fire a tiny bit from 650 to 670, and are increasing the initial bullet velocity from 300 to 360 meters per second. This looks like it could bring the UMP45 back in the game as a good choice of SMG. The M249 is now being removed from airdrops and will instead spawn in the world on Wrangel and Miramar. This is a super odd decision in my opinion, as the community is screaming for the DBS to be removed from airdrops, but the DBS will stay there. The M249 is receiving a big damage nerf from 45 to 40 damage per bullet and is also getting its recoil increased. It can, however, now attach an extended magazine, which brings it up to a total ammo capacity of 150 bullets. And it can also attach a tactical stock. Overall, this is definitely a nerf to the weapon, and while it is still fun to use, it feels very weak compared to its previous version. The blue zone is getting a new sound effect when near it, which will slightly limit the hearing of edge of zone players. I'm just kidding, this is the real sound. The sound itself is kinda cool, I think. It doesn't feel overly loud, and I don't feel any stinging pain in my ears while listening to it, which is kinda strange since this is PUBG. It also makes a different sound once you enter and exit the blue zone. Overall, I think I might like this. You can now change the way items glow on the ground and select a pulsating effect instead from the gameplay menu. This might just make it easier to spot loot on the ground and is a neat little feature. They also finally fixed the spawn protection in Team Deathmatch. You'll lose it immediately after firing your weapon, so you'll no longer die to people just spraying you down while immune to damage. The bug fixes are a big disappointment. Nothing interesting there. I was really hoping for a fix to the bug sound while exiting the glider, or many of the other annoying bugs. Maybe next time. Overall, the patch looks okay. I like that the Tommygun and UMP45 will now be more viable, as I want all the weapons to be viable, so this is a step in the right direction. I don't like the changes to the M249, and the Panzerfaust seems okay, but I don't know why, but it somehow just feels a little bit disappointing to me. Maybe that will change when I try it in a normal match. I hope you liked this video, and if you did, subscribe to the channel for more, and I'll see you guys next time.